In this video, we're gonna translate and analyze the lyrics of 渇いた叫び, known as the opening theme of the so-called Season 0 of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, which adapted the first 6 volumes of the original manga. This song was composed by Komatsu Miho and was performed by the Japanese rock band Field of View. I decided to select this song for the second episode of this series after hearing about the tragic passing of Takahashi Kazuki, the creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. For non-Japanese audiences who never got to watch Season 0 in real time, this show may simply seem like a darker, psychedelic version of the Duel Monsters anime, but to me, this is the original Yu-Gi-Oh anime, and to this day, I still wish that Ogata Megumi, the voice actress who played Yugi in this show, as well as Ikari Shinji, had reprised the role of Yugi in the Duel Monsters anime. The previous episode of this series was on Hack Into the Gate, the opening theme of Steins Gate. It was released in December 2019, so if you missed it, please click the link in the description below. The title, 渇いた叫び. 渇いた denotes a dry state and modifies the following noun, 叫び, a cry or scream. Line 1, verse 1. このままもう少し歩こう肩を抱き. このまま is used when something continues to happen in the same manner as before. もう少し means a little more. 歩こう is the volitional form of the verb 歩く to walk. In this line, 歩こう is an invitation for a walk, so it should be translated as let's walk. In 肩を抱き, kata is the word for shoulder, and 抱く is to embrace or hug. This line is an invitation for someone to keep walking a little more like this, shoulder to shoulder. Line 2, verse 1. 消えゆく夢を数え、枯れてく仲間を見た. The verb 消える is to disappear, and this verb is combined with the auxiliary verb ゆく, which expresses a progressive or continuous change. Therefore, 消えゆく means to keep disappearing or to go disappearing. This verb phrase modifies the following noun, 夢 or dreams, which is followed by the accusative particle, o, so 消えゆく夢 is the direct object of the verb 数える to count. The verb 枯れる to wither is also combined with the particle て as well as the auxiliary verb 行く or ゆく. The first syllable of 行く or ゆく is omitted, resulting in 枯れてく instead of 枯れていく or 枯れてゆく to keep withering or to go withering. The verb 枯れる is usually used to describe a plant, but in this case modifies the noun 仲間, friend, mate, or companion. This noun is also followed by the accusative particle, or indicating that this noun is the direct object of the verb 見る to see. Line 3, verse 1. 通い慣れた道に迷い込むこの頃. The verb 通う is to frequent or to go somewhere regularly. The verb 慣れる is to get used to something. Therefore, 通い慣れる is to get used to going somewhere regularly. This verb phrase modifies the noun 道, a street or a road, so we are talking about a familiar street. The verb phrase 迷い込む means to get lost, so the main character of this song gets lost in a familiar street. The final noun phrase この頃 means recently or these days and is modified by the preceding verb phrase. So the main character finds himself getting lost in a familiar street. Line 4, verse 1. 闇がもう一人の自分を作る. 闇 is the noun for darkness. もう一人 means another person, so もう一人の自分 means another me. The verb 作る is to create or to make. So this line says darkness creates another self inside the main character. This is obviously a reference to the spirit of the pharaoh that lives inside the Millennium Puzzle, known as Yami Yugi. Line 1, Chorus 1. 渇いた叫びがくじけそうな胸を突き刺す. The chorus starts with a reference to the song title, 渇いた叫び, a dry scream. The nominative case particle, が indicates that this scream is the subject of this line. The verb くじける means to get discouraged or defeated mentally. This verb is combined with the auxiliary verb そうだ. そうだ has many different meanings, but in this instance, it would be most natural to translate it as something is about to happen or something is on the verge of happening. Therefore, くじけそうだ means to be on the verge of being discouraged or defeated. This verb phrase modifies the noun 胸 chest or heart, so it is the main character's heart that is on the verge of being defeated or discouraged. The noun 胸 is followed by the accusative particle を indicating that this is the direct object of the verb 突き刺す to pierce or to impale. So the first line of the chorus describes how a dry scream pierces the main character's heart, which is on the verge of getting defeated or discouraged. Line 2, chorus 1. 君を誘って世界を見たいな. The second person pronoun 君 you is followed by the accusative particle を indicating that 君 is the direct object of the verb 誘う to invite. The noun 世界 the world is also the direct object of the verb 見る to see. 見る is combined with the auxiliary verb たい which expresses desire. Therefore, 見たい means to want to see. The sentence final particle な has many different usages, but in this case it expresses hope. So the main character wants to see the world with 君 you. Line 3, chorus 1. 誰にも出せない答えが僕の中にある. 誰にもない means no one. The verb 出す literally means to get something out. But since this verb phrase modifies 答え solution or answer, 出す in this context means to obtain or to seek out. 出せる is the potential form of 出す and 出せる is followed by the negative suffix ない. The nominative case particle が indicates that this whole noun phrase 誰にも出せない答え an answer that no one can find is the subject. 僕 is one of the first person pronouns, which implies that the main character is a male and is speaking informally. 中 is the noun for inside. The verb ある means to exist or to be located. So this line says that there is an answer inside me that no one can find. Line 4, chorus 1. 駆け引きが鍵届け fly at higher game. The noun 駆け引き can mean tactics, bargaining, or give and take. The nominative case particle が indicates 駆け引き is the subject. 鍵 is the word for key. The key to what? We are not sure. There is no verb in this sentence, but usually when you see the structure noun A が noun B, it means noun A is noun B. In other words, you can assume that the copula だ is omitted at the end of this sentence. This sentence is followed by 届け, the imperative form of the verb 届く, to reach. And the final part, fly at higher game, is not in Japanese, so I'll skip it. Line 1, verse 2. いくつの悲しみを一緒に越えただろう. いくつ means how many, and the particle の connects this question phrase with the noun 悲しみ sadness. Since there is no distinction between countable and uncountable nouns in Japanese, you can treat sadness as a countable noun in this way. The phrase 一緒に means together, and it modifies the following verb 越える to overcome. た at the end of 越えた indicates either the past tense or the perfect aspect. だろう expresses a question or wondering. So this line says, I wonder how many sadnesses we have overcome together. Line 2, verse 2. 気が済むまで求めたあの日の僕らがいた. 気が済む is a phrase that means to get satisfied. The conjunction まで means until. The verb 求める is to want, desire, or demand. So the main character kept wanting something until he felt satisfied. It is not clarified what the object of the desire was. あの日 means that day. 僕ら here is an example of ぎくん, and I made a video on this topic in the past, so if you don't know what it means, please check the description below for the link to the video. The usual pronunciation of this kanji combination is 僕たち, but the writer of this song decided to have us read it as 僕ら. The nominative case particle が tells us that what comes before it is the subject of this line. The predicate is いた, the past tense of いる to exist. So this line says, back then, we kept demanding until we got satisfied. Line 3, verse 2. 時代が巡るならまたどこかで会えるね. The noun 時代 means time, era, or period. The verb 巡る means to circulate, cycle, repeat, or to go round. The conditional particle なら indicates a conditional or hypothetical clause. Therefore, the first half of this line posits a hypothetical situation if time goes round. また means again, and どこかで means somewhere. 会える is the potential form of 会う to meet. The sentence final particle ね gives a soft, friendly impression, as if talking to a friend. This line says, if time goes round, then we'll be able to meet again somewhere. Line 4, verse 2. その時が来るまで諦めない. その時 means that time, and it refers to the previous line. The verb 来る means to come. Once again, the conjunction まで means until. The verb 諦める means to give up, followed by the negation ない. So this line says, until that time comes, I won't give up. Line 1, Chorus 2. 冷めてく思いはどうしても否めないけど. The verb 冷める literally means to become cold or cool, but since it modifies the noun 思い or feelings, it means a feeling or passion becomes less intense. 冷める is combined with the auxiliary verb 行く or 行く, but once again, the first syllable in the auxiliary verb is omitted. 行く or 行く expresses a progressive or continuous change. So 冷めていく思い or 冷めてゆく思い means feelings that are becoming less passionate. The phrase どうしても expresses the idea that you can't help feeling a certain way. The verb 否む is to deny, and 否める is the potential form of 否む. And 否む is followed by the negative suffix ない. Therefore, 否めない means cannot deny. The conjunctive particle けど means although. So this line as a whole means although I cannot deny that my feelings are getting less intense. Line 2, Chorus 2. 恋に落ちて変わってくのもいいね. The phrase 恋に落ちる means to fall in love. The verb 変わる means to change. These two verb phrases are connected by the particle て. So together they mean to change through falling in love. 変わる is combined with the auxiliary verb 行く or 行く, but the first syllable is, again, omitted. And once again, this auxiliary verb expresses a progressive or continuous change. So 変わっていく or 変わってゆく means to go or keep changing. The particle の turns the preceding verb phrase into a noun phrase, which then can function as the subject of this line. の in this context can be replaced with こと as in 恋に落ちて変わってくこと. The particle も means also, which implies that falling in love and changing as a result is one idea among many. The adjective いい means good. The sentence final particle ね creates a soft, friendly tone and makes it sound like the main character is talking to someone he knows well. Line 3, Chorus 2. 焦らず、騒がず、あるがままでと願うから. The verb 焦る is to hurry or to be impatient. The verb 騒ぐ is to be loud or to make a noise. Both of these verbs have the negative suffix ず attached to them. Therefore, 焦らず、騒がず means without getting impatient or making a fuss. The phrase あるがまま means being in a natural state or being as is. However, since this line has no explicit subject, we don't know who or what this line is about, though it is logical to assume in this context that the hidden subject is the main character himself. The verb 願う is to hope or wish. So, あるがままでと願う is to hope that I can be myself. The conjunctive particle から introduces a reason. This line says, because I hope I can be myself without getting impatient or making a fuss. Line 4, Chorus 2. 心に花を咲かそう Just take my heart. The noun 心 is heart or mind. The noun 花 means flower. The verb 咲く to bloom is in the causative form 咲かせる and 咲かせる in turn is in the volitional form 咲かそう So the Japanese part of this line says, let's make a flower bloom in our hearts. The first two lines of the third chorus are identical to those in the first chorus. Line 3, Chorus 3. 誰にも出せない答えが夢の中にある This is the same as the third line of Chorus 1, except the noun 夢 dream is substituted for the pronoun 僕 me. So this line says, there is an answer that no one can find inside my dreams. Line 4, Chorus 3. 僕を信じて咲かそう Just take my heart. This line, once again, is very similar to line 4 of chorus 2. 心に花を咲かそう Just take my heart. The only difference is that the first 7 moras are replaced with 僕を信じて believe in me or believe in myself. Line 5, chorus 3. 旅路は続いてく The noun 人生 life is pronounced 旅路. Tabiji is usually written this way, and it means journey. So the writer made use of gikun to create a double meaning by likening life to a journey. The verb 続く means to continue. Again, this verb is combined with the auxiliary verb 行く or 行く with the first syllable omitted. So this line says, the journey of my life will keep going. This is the end of this video. Let me know if you have a request for this series.